Hello again and welcome to section 1, part 2. This is the part where we are joining the next round of squares around the centre 9. Now, in the pattern you'll have been given the colours and the layout of the squares, the order that they will be attached around the sides of the centre, and it's important for the pattern that you follow the order. So what I've done is I've put all of my squares the right way up and in the right order so that I can just pull them off one by one when it's their turn to attach them, and that way you know that everything is going to be correct. I've actually started here and I'm using this nice dark kind of Air Force blue colour to do the outline so that it's a deeper shade than the green that we used in the centre. And you start in the bottom right hand corner. The diagram in the pattern will explain that. So you lay your first square below the bottom right hand corner square of the centre. And it's exactly the same way of joining as we did in the centre, where you start in the bottom right hand corner of your first square, work up the side with half treble clusters, join along the top, work down the side, take the second square and join up the side, join along the top and work down the side. So you've got the 3 sides of each square. When you come to the corner, of course, it's just 2 sides. And just one other thing to mention, which is already mentioned in the pattern, but just be aware that when you're joining your squares, if it's any of the ones apart from the holly square, you have got to lay them down so that the last round, that half treble round, is on its right side. And that's the way that you're going to be joining them to the centre. However, the holly square has its outside edge on the reverse side, and it has to be like that because if you were using it right side up for the outside, of course your holly is back to front. So the holly squares are the only ones where the outside edge is on the reverse side and all the others are on the right. Okay, so you just need to work round. I'm going to work around here and then I'll come back to this. I'll come back when I get to the corner just to remind you that it's just 2 sides on the corner. Then I'll work all the way round and come back when it's time to do the outside edge. But I'll see you at this point. And here I have to apologise for the jerky motion of the video. It's not something I can fix, I'm afraid, and I was going to delete it from the video, but it does still show you how this corner square is attached, because remember it's just attached on 2 sides. And as I am working, I'm just going down the second side. I do wish I could normally crochet at this speed. But as it comes down to the bottom, we'll finish with the half trebles ready to attach the next square. Sorry everyone, there was a technical problem with my last video, which was actually the one where I showed you the edging for this, and I can't actually show the video. So I have gone on round and finished it, but it's exactly the same as the edging on the centre 9 squares, so it really shouldn't be a problem. Just remember that when you're at the join between the 2 squares, that you put your 3 half trebles into the first corner, chain 1, slip stitch into the space between the squares, chain 1 and 3 half trebles to complete the second corner. That's all you really need to remember. And this is the blanket so far. We'll call it the blanket now because it's getting a little bit bigger. So this is section 1 of the blanket complete now. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 by 5. So that's 25 squares all neatly joined. So Next stage is of course section 2, and I'll be back to start that in just a minute.